there, Hoomans and Puggies, and welcome to the Pug Life Show, Season 3, brought to you by Pug Parties, because your pug deserves to be the best dressed at the party. And you can check out their outfits at pugparties.com. I'm your host, Donna, and with me are my Puggy co-hosts, Rosie and Kenji. I'm sure you can hear them grumbling in the background. So at the end of 2023, Rosie, Kenji and I had big plans for 2024, including a pugtastic season for the Pug Life Show. And then the Pug Life happened, and we found ourselves curly tail deep in family and puggy emergencies. Don't worry, everyone is okay, so breathe a sigh of relief there. And we had started work on our first Pug-specific clothing line. And so all of a sudden we found ourselves with no time left to keep in touch regularly on our socials or work on the PUGCAST, which is just horrific, I know. So we decided that as a small pug family-run business that we had to take a leaf from the Puggy Way of Life book and accept that we couldn't do everything and that you would understand our absence and welcome us back into your lives when we finally caught up with the very long list of things to do. I promise you that we slowly chipped away at our to-do list and we found some amazing Hoomans and Puggies to invite onto the show this year. And although the year is half over, we're going to deliver on the 12 episodes that we plan to do at the end of 2023. That means you get a PUGCAST in your inbox every 2 weeks. That's right, we're releasing a new PUGCAST episode on the 2nd and 4th Sunday of the month, and we know that you're going to love the lineup we have planned. Now, our first episode to be released today, along with this quick intro, is with Chanel from Bark Park, which is an indoor dog park here in Melbourne. Now, you may think that an indoor play centre isn't for your puggies, but I can vouch for Bark Park. It's awesome. And you can play without getting your paws or fur wet, which is very handy in winter. So don't miss out on our first episode of Season 3. Other episodes that we have lined up include an interview with Pugs, Espresso and Martini, love their names, which I loved and therefore I reckon that you're going to love too. Plus, we'll be talking about at-home euthanasia options, which did bring a tear to my eye, but was a wonderful conversation to have tucked away in my pocket for the unfortunate event that this will happen in the future. We'll also be talking about canine mental health, the research behind the changes in our understanding of our puggies' mental health, and the book that made it easier for me to understand how to apply it at home. And believe me, we've got many more quality conversations that I don't want to spoil for you, so I'm just going to say that this is our best episode yet and you won't be disappointed. We always appreciate your feedback on the podcast and on future topics that you'd like us to cover. So please let us know via our Facebook group, Living the Pug Life, or via our email, which you can find in the show notes. And speaking of feedback, I did want to quickly mention that obviously we had talked earlier about working on our first pug-friendly collection this year, a dream we have had for a couple of years now. And I am so happy to say that we're getting close to finalising the design of our very first T-shirt and dress, and that we're going out to our friends on our socials to ask for their help by telling us what they do and don't like about the fabric pattern design and how we can make our first collection the sort of outfits that you would want your puggies to be seen in public. So if you're not a member of our Facebook group, Living the Pug Life, or signed up to our newsletter, I recommend you do. That way you can keep up to date with our progress on the designs, get the opportunity to have your say throughout the design process, and also be the first to have access to a pre-order discount code that we will offer our friends in the group and via our newsletter before we launch. No other pet apparel brand has ever released a collection that is specifically designed for pugs, and we know that you want clothes for your puggies that fit comfortably whilst also making them look pugtastic. We'd love for you to join us over in our Facebook group, Living the Pug Life, or via our email newsletter network so you can be part of the next big adventure for us as well as having your say in making our outfits, the kind of outfits your puggy deserves. And finally, if you have liked any of our past episodes or you think someone else might enjoy the new season, then please share it and leave a review with your favourite podcast host so more pug pirate can find us and join in with the fun. It only takes a couple of seconds to give us a 5-star review, and it goes a long way to helping other pug parents find us. So until next time, thank you for joining us. Have a awesome week, and Hoomans, be generous with the snackies.